Hello, my name is Maru and welcome to Summoner School. Today we'll be discussing Nocturne, the Eternal Nightmare. Nocturne's passive is Umber Blades. Every 10 seconds, Nocturne's next auto attack will splash in an AoE for 120% of his physical damage. Every time Nocturne strikes an opponent, the cooldown on his passive will refresh 1 second sooner. In addition to the AoE, this will also heal him for a flat amount based on both the number of targets hit as well as his level. Because of the healing component on Umber Blades, it's a good idea to always position yourself in the middle of multiple creeps. Nocturne's first ability is Duskbringer. Duskbringer sends out a claw that will deal damage, create a dusk trail, and cause enemy champions who are hit to also leave a dusk trail for a short time. Duskbringer affects enemies in a line, so it's best to get an angle before attempting to farm creeps. While Nocturne is on the dusk trail, he will gain movement speed, attack damage, and ignore unit collisions. Because of the increased movement speed and removed unit collision, you can use Duskbringer as more than just a single attack. You can also use the dusk trail as an escape mechanism, or even just to move around the map faster. Try not to forget the damage increasing component of Dusk Trail, as you can use it on enemy towers. Nocturne's second ability is Shroud of Darkness. Passively, Shroud of Darkness increases Nocturne's attack speed. When activated, Shroud of Darkness will block the next enemy ability. If an ability is blocked, Nocturne's passive will be doubled for 5 seconds. Shroud of Darkness is one of Nocturne's most useful abilities. By taking the time to learn what abilities you can in Camp Lock, you'll be able to use Shroud of Darkness to its full potential. A great pair-up with Shroud of Darkness is Banshee's Veil. Keep in mind that while Banshee's Veil is active, it will absorb the first ability to hit you no matter what. Because of this, you should avoid using Shroud of Darkness until Banshee's Veil is gone. Nocturne's third ability is Unspeakable Horror. Unspeakable Horror will place a leash on a single target opponent and deal a small amount of magic damage to them over 2 seconds. If the target stays close enough to Nocturne for the duration, they will become feared for a short time. Your primary focus when using Unspeakable Horror should be targeting either an opponent you wish to kill or an opponent that needs to be controlled. Keep in mind the 2-second delay before the fear will go off. Unspeakable Horror is a difficult ability to time, so don't be upset if you don't get it right the first few times. Nocturne's ultimate is Paranoia. Paranoia is a 2-step ability. When you first activate Paranoia, your opponents will have their vision reduced and be unable to see any friendly vision for a short time. After using this ability, Nocturne will be granted the ability to jump to a target at a distance. The first big thing to know about Paranoia is that you can highlight it with your mouse to see how far you'll be able to jump before you use it. By doing this, you will avoid potentially wasting your ultimate when you can't reach a target. The next thing to know about Paranoia is exactly what happens when you jump to an opponent. During flight, Nocturne cannot be disabled, and when he lands he will deal a large chunk of damage to his target. The last big thing to know about Nocturne's ultimate is that you cannot jump to an opponent that you cannot see. If you are truly intent on getting opponents who may get away with low HP, then have an ally you can trust pick up Clairvoyance, or pick it up yourself. Paranoia has a few other uses other than just hunting targets down. You can use Paranoia to blind opponents, or you can also use Paranoia as an escape mechanism. To help start you off, I'll suggest some runes to you. Attack speed marks are good for Nocturne to proc his passive more, and armor penetration marks are good because Nocturne does mostly physical damage. Cooldown glyphs are good to help recharge all of Nocturne's abilities. Lastly, HP seals and quints help you with survivability and are a good solid way to start. While I point out some items that might be helpful to you, I will show you the jungle route that I use. If you're looking for an excellent jungle item that will also help your team with map awareness, then I would highly recommend Wriggle's Lantern to you. Because of the armor penetration, the critical strike, and of course the active, I almost always pick up Youmuu's Ghostblade. If I'm fighting an opponent with a high dodge rate such as Jax, I will usually pick up a Sword of the Divine. If I feel as though the opponents have too much armor, I'll usually pick up a Black Cleaver. If you're looking to improve your offense as well as add a little bit of survivability, then pick up a Stark's Fervor. While I don't personally pick up Phantom Dancers too often, you can use them if you feel you need extra speed. If you're looking for a simple increase in your damage or some extra lifesteal, then pick up a Bloodthirster. When you play Nocturne, try to keep in mind that your primary role is being an assassin. While Nocturne isn't very durable, proper use of his abilities can stop damage entirely. Combining your knowledge of Nocturne and other champions can help you in situations that would otherwise seem hopeless. This ends my Nocturne video guide. Thanks for watching, and good luck on the fields of justice.